you might be making critical errors in your preparation and anticipation of 11th edition. Everyone knows that 11th edition was just released, and they're going off of a lot of hype and excitement for the new rules, and some people hatred of the new rules. But I'm going to give you the things that you must avoid doing if you're trying to prepare for 11th edition, and I'm also going to give you the things that you must be doing right now so you can hit the ground running and be incredibly successful in 11th edition with your Warhammer 40,000 skills. And if you're new to the hobby, learning these things right now will still put you in a fantastic position to be successful and have a blast in 11th edition. So let's break all of this stuff down and let's have a freaking great run in 11th edition. All right, check this out. Now, before we actually start with the things that we should do, we're going to start talking about the things that you should not be doing in preparation for 11th edition. Because right now, players are already making mistakes that are going to set them back months in their ability to play well in 11th edition. So, let's do these things. Agree with me, live with me, be here with me. Stop assuming rules that don't exist. This is one of the fastest ways to get worse at the game right now, is to start building your understanding of what 11th edition will be around rules that you don't understand and haven't really been released. I already hear people are saying things like, well, Fights First is going to be useless in 11th edition because the order of activation is now going to start with the active player, not the inactive player. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I did a full review yesterday of all of the changes that have officially been announced for 11th edition. Go watch that. I'll link that somewhere. Anyway, but this is without the context of all of the other changes that are happening in the game. For example, we don't know if in 11th edition they'll be adding the Fights Last step back in. If they do, Fights First is instantaneously going to be super valuable again. We also don't know that we do not know if you gain the Fights First ability when you charge in 11th edition. Because if you don't, boom, Fights First is still incredibly valuable. So do not assume things that you do not know. People are already doing this. It's already causing a lot of dooming on the internet. Don't be that person. Instead, let's only work off of the information that we do have. And we're going to be training our brain to seek out the things that can actually make us better, not the things that make us worry for no reason, because we don't want to worry off of incomplete information. Okay, number two, stop playing with partial rules. I've already seen some people, even in my Discord, have done this, and I've made an announcement about it. But also, by the way, you should definitely join the Happy Crumpin' Wargaming Discord. People in here are all super excited, and we're all really, really supportive of each other to make sure that we get the best possible game out of 11th edition that's coming up. And we love theory crafting the game every single day for 10th edition. So if you jump in the members section of the Discord, you won't regret it. Anyway, we're not going to be playing with partial rules. I've already seen people playing games where they're doing the thing where it's like, well, I'm going to roll the dice and then we'll declare charge targets, because we know that will be a change in 11th edition. Do not do this. There is so much context that is missing that if you start playing like this and assuming the other rules that are go along with it, you're going to screw yourself up and set yourself up with really, really bad habits. The rules that we have are incomplete, they're out of context, and when they're incomplete and out of context, they're not balanced. So don't build bad habits based on broken versions of the game. You're not preparing yourself, you're just going to be confusing yourself. Number 3 mistake that you're probably making right now, stop waiting for the new edition. Do not pause your improvement right now, okay? Players currently are thinking, well, I'm just going to wait till 11th drops, and then I'll start learning 40k, because I don't want to learn outdated stuff. It's not the way it works. Because when 11th edition drops, everyone else is going to immediately start learning 11th edition as well. But the players who keep playing now, keep building on the fundamental skills, which we'll talk about some things you should be doing, you're immediately going to position yourself to be a much better player in 11th. There's a lot of stuff that we can do right now, which we will be getting into right after this slide. And the last thing that I really want to talk about is this little statement here. If you practice the wrong game, you get better at the wrong game. We don't have 11th edition yet. We just have some knowledge of what 11th edition will look like, okay? So don't do these 3 things, okay? Do not do these 3 things, and you're already going to be setting yourself up for success in 11th edition. Now, what's really important is what we should be doing. So let's talk about that right the heck now. So what does carry over? This is the opportunity. This is the golden opportunity. Because while everyone else is like guessing and stuff about what will be, what could be in 11th edition, you could be building real transferable skills that are going to carry directly into 11th edition. This is freaking beautiful. This is what I'm going over with all of my clients in coaching calls right now. How can we set ourselves up for super, super success? What are the things that we can work on right now, which we know will be carrying over to 11th edition? And if you guys want personalized help as well, you can check out my links in the description down below. Go to my coffee and you can book private coaching calls, or you can even sign up for a coaching membership, or you can sign up for coaching matches where we go through and we diagnose all of the issues you're currently making in the game and fix the way that you approach every single game. Okay, so here's the reality that a lot of people are all missing right now when it comes to 11th edition. Here it is, guys. 11th edition is not a reset. Your codex stays. Your data sheets stay. All the units, all the armies that we're seeing right now, they will still exist in 11th edition. If you think killing a 20-man unit of Necron warriors is difficult right now, it's still going to be difficult in 11th edition. Because that data sheet, that codex is going to be there when 11th edition drops, and it will be there until the Necrons get a new codex. If you're currently struggling against Tau because you don't know how to hide from their angles when they move so fast and they have 6-inch deep strikes and all of these things, that stuff is still going to be there on 11th release. So we still need to figure out how to play against these difficult matchups. Yes, I recognize there will be certain differences. Like, for example, with the disappearance of the objection markers, it's possible that the concept of sticky objectives disappears. And if that does, well, then we will handle that when we get to 11th. But we can't make the assumption that it's going to disappear. It's entirely possible that the idea of a sticky objective marker just becomes a sticky terrain marker, right? So it could be that simple. It could be more complicated. We don't know. But the vast majority of things, positioning, screening, having intelligent trades, playing for victory points and not for killing your opponent. These are things that will exist. That will exist in 11th edition. And if you're building that skill right now, it's going to be so good for you. So just remember, guys, you're not starting over. What you're doing is you're carrying forward power. This is super important. And let's not forget the last thing. Oh, gosh, the most important thing here. Decision making under pressure. This is a skill. This is an absolute skill that every single person needs to build. How do you know what to do and when to do it in response to your opponent? This is what I refer to as the game plan. And remember what a game plan is. A game plan is simply the tactics and the strategies that you will be utilizing in order to achieve the goal of victory. And in Warhammer 40,000 10th edition, the goal of victory is to score more victory points via scoring secondary points, denying secondary points, scoring primary points, and denying primary points. This is going to be the same in 11th edition. Even if primary and secondary points come in a different way, you still have to score and deny victory points based off of the ways that you have to accomplish that goal. So that is what you're going to do in 11th edition is you're still going to create game plans to score and deny victory points. Maybe it's tertiary. Maybe those things can change, obviously. But you're still going to have to do that. So we're still going to have to create really, really good game plans, okay? So what should you do right now? I want you to master your freaking data sheets. You need to know your army. Not just what it does, but you need to know what every individual unit is responsible for. What is its role? What does it kill? What can it not do? Is it there to do your secondaries? Is it there to be denying your opponent's objectives? Is it there to be controlling the board by dictating where your opponent can safely stand? You need to know the roles of your units. So in your next game, what I want you to do is I want you to identify the role of every single unit in your army before you deploy it. What is that unit doing in your army? Number 2, you need to understand your win condition. We just basically spoke about this, but how do I win the game? What turn am I going to win the game in? What needs to happen for that to occur? So before every single game, say out loud, this is how I win. X is how I win. Y is how I win. Whatever. Practice decision making. I don't necessarily need you to practice all of the individual rules, but a lot of players think that improvement comes from knowing more rules, but it really doesn't. It just comes from making better freaking decisions, like we spoke about. It comes from knowing when to commit, when to hold back, when to trade, what to protect, where to stand. These are the fundamental skills of 10th edition that you should all be practicing right now to set yourself up for 11th edition. So, Here's the difference, guys. When 11th edition drops, most players will be learning the game. They'll be figuring things out, they'll be making mistakes. But if you do this correctly, you won't actually need to be learning. You'll just simply be adapting to the new core rules, because fundamentally everything's going to be the same. You're still going to have units. You're still going to have a fight phase. You're still going to have a shooting phase. We're not going to alternating activations. So the game fundamentally is going to stay the same, just with different fulfillments of strategies and tactics that you're going to end up implementing. So you want to end up adapting to the new edition. You don't want to have to learn the new edition from scratch. So 11th edition, it's not a full-on reset. This is really, really important. 11th edition is not a full-on reset. It's an opportunity. And for the players that understand that it's an opportunity, these are the guys or gals who will get ahead first. So if you want to improve faster than the people around you, don't wait for the new edition. Just start preparing for it right now. That's all. Guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Until next time, crump on. Bye-bye.